Hey everybody, welcome to Wackadoo Brewing. This is Wackadoo Unhinged, episode number 12. I'm Steve Fuller, founder and head brewer here at Wackadoo, and as always, I'm joined by my man Denis and the Brew Squatch, aka Shaun. And our special guest today is Brett with Green Beret Racing. So we're going to be getting into this. This is an absolutely amazing foundation, an organization and nonprofit that we ran into a few months ago, and ever since then it's been exploding, and these guys are doing absolutely fantastic stuff, so we're going to get into that. But first I want to go over this one more time because we just talked about it off camera, about how long your beard's been growing out for.
Okay, so we
Stand up and
opened
show everybody.
what?
Right?
Wow, do
Yeah,
the kung fu.
Oh, there it is.
What year we opened was 20
Here?
Yeah,
2022.
2022.
Yep.
So 2021 November, I got it caught in the corded power drill, and it ripped a giant chunk right at the edge. So I couldn't shave it down to a goatee and make it look good. So I had to shave the entire thing off. I looked like a butch lesbian trucker. You know, responsible parents chased me away from playgrounds.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed within range of a school.
Yeah. So that it has not been cut since then. So I think it got to about here after about a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah,
so it's
and
just
then
been
it
kind
slowed
of
down.
it's
Yeah.
been kind of steady here.
Yeah. And then we were talking about that. Sharessa had a similar issue at her job.
Yep.
Corded drills are bad.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when they have wire brushes attached to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. When you've got the for cleaning up welds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that'll catch
Yeah.
everything.
That's exactly what she was doing, and there was a little bit of hair that kind of poked out and then just shoop, right up to her head.
Yeah, she told me
A
about that
giant
one. It
knot
damn
for
near
like 3
scalped her.
weeks. Oh, yeah, it did scalp her a little bit, and there was a big old knot on her head. Yeah,
But yeah, if it had been a drill bit or something on there, it would have been fine.
Yeah. It can only
But
catch so much. But those wire
I mean,
wheels.
hell, I did
Yeah, it
that in
only
the
breaks
drill
your
press
wrist.
at the
blacksmith
blacksmithing shop.
Well, I remember when you
like my
drilled through
beard
it.
stopped the
Was
drill
it,
press.
It was you or me, one of the two of us. We drilled into our hand.
Oof.
And I can't remember now looking back on it because I know I found some pictures of like blood all over my hands, but I can't remember if that was a cut or if that was when I drilled through my own hand.
Right. I don't remember you drilling through your own hand. That might have been
Yeah, it
before
was
I
with
got
the
there.
drill press. I was just going along. We were doing the, I think we were doing the
Oh,
cut
yeah,
of
you
plates.
caught part of your thumb.
And I was just like, nah, 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 and I slid over too far and went right down into my thumb. 'Cause
Yeah.
when you're making like 200 plates at a time, you
No,
just
I did parts for structural steel, so yeah, no, it's
yeah.
a very.
You get into
just-
a rhythm and
Yeah, I've almost cut my fingers off with a shear before. So yeah.
So anyway, sorry about that.
No worries. Power tools.
So Brett, one of the coolest things is you are our first, and there's going to be two here in the next couple of weeks, but you're our first Special Forces dude on here.
Oh, wow.
And that's just like, that's a really awesome thing. Like I've had a couple of Marines back to back somehow, and we've had some other guys that did a lot of cool shit in the military, but you're our first like legit fucking operator.
I'll try to represent.
That's the coolest way to say it. I always love that word, that term specifically, because everybody's like, a group guy or an SF dude or a JSOC, but then when you say operator, that's just like the whole other
Yeah.
level. That's
Once
as
upon
cool
a
as it
time.
gets. Yeah, hell yeah, man. So when were you in?
I came in 2004 under the 18 X-ray contract, and I did 20 years and a couple days.
Hell yeah.
Basically, and I was out. So yeah, 20 great years. Right
Nice.
here at Fort Carson, right at 10th Special Forces Group.
Oh, nice. We got a couple of their coins up on the wall. Some of those guys that are still in, they come in every 3 or 4 months. They do like a little event here, and
Awesome.
they gave us a couple of coins. And I was like,
It'd be nice if we could get a newer patch for the new bar top.
Oh yeah, well, unfortunately, we're sealing that probably tomorrow. But we're building a new section of the bar to add on here, and we have patches all throughout the bar. And we've been asking people if they wanted to bring in their patch. We'll seal it in there so it's in the bar forever.
Okay, well, I got some patches. So
Oh,
I
hell
can,
yeah.
come back later. Yeah,
Definitely,
absolutely.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Thank you. All right, so we are here today to talk about Green Beret Racing.
Yep. We
Absolutely, it's amazing. Let's run you through because you're not the main guy running it.
Nope.
That's Nick.
No, Nick
And
Merrick,
Nick's
yep.
going to fill us in on the 14th. But for you here, you're our local boots on the ground
Yep.
for the program. And why don't you give us a little rundown about the program?
Yeah, so Green Beret Racing, 501c3 nonprofit that basically just gets Green Berets back into the field of competition, whether it's motorsports or body-powered sports. These guys try to take the financial burden of competition out and get guys back in the competition and focused on something positive in their life. So that's what they do. You name it. We're promoting the Battle of the Branches right now, which is opens the season for Green Beret Racing. It's desert racing. where we've got all 4 branches of the military, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines pitted against each other in some off-road desert racing. So
Yeah, that's really
it's gonna be
awesome.
badass.
And I got to ask Nick when he comes on too. Be like, why Crown Vics?
Yeah, right. I'd like to know the history how they picked that.
Because when he told me that, I was like,
yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, man. When you see the cars, you can tell they're pretty badass.
I have a feeling it's because they were so widely used as police vehicles.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there
Yeah.
that are just sitting around retired police vehicles and everything. And those retired cop cars, they've got a really good engine in them.
oh yeah.
So yeah, it's an easy thing to pick up and make a cheap race car. Or that is me lodging it through knowing nothing about the industry.
Nope.
I've also heard from other cops too that that was the best police vehicle was the Crown Vic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the
every retired
some of the
officer's been
small
like,
counties and places like that they will not get rid of them. Like
Yeah.
the sheriff's offices, a lot of them still.
And then you
keep
got
those.
places like Vine Grove, Kentucky, one stoplight town, and they got Chargers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, they had a straight up military Humvee painted up in police colors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a Corvette. It was like an old 2000s, like mid 2000s Corvette,
Yeah.
and I think it was like Angelina County, Texas.
Oh yeah, their chase car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like a straight up Corvette that was all like copped out, and I was like, that's insane. But okay.
Where I'm from, we still had a World War II ambulance Humvee as our response vehicle. So yeah, you guys had nice stuff.
Well, that's partially because we're right off of Fort Knox, and police departments get that shit from DOD for little to nothing.
Well, that and every brand new private has either a Mustang or a Charger or something like that, so you got to be able to keep up.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah, people did like to go fast in Hardin County.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a couple of places there in E-Town, those nice long, like 10-mile straightaways.
Oh yeah, you get out on Joe Prather going towards Meade County. It's kind of like I-70. You set the cruise control and take a nap.
Exactly. All right, so we've got 4 different branches, so we got 4 different cars.
We do.
And then you've also got the guys that are in the program, either the driver or their actual
Their
like
team,
pit crew and the
absolutely,
team.
Veterans, absolutely.
That's awesome. Because, I mean, you see so many programs where they're like, hey, we'll take them out camping or we'll do a fishing trip or we'll do something like that. But you guys are extremely hands-on, walking these guys through how to work on the vehicles, and then they have their own ownership of it because they're responsible for that car. That is their team.
Yep.
And that's really
It's
fantastic.
all about the camaraderie, which is, in the competition. Some of the things that you lose when you come out of the service. So, we try to really focus guys back into that and get them out there in the spirit of competition.
That's really cool. So when is the first race?
First race is going to be March 4th through the 8th. It's the Mint 400 in Las Vegas.
That's the one in Vegas,
Yep,
yes. That's
the
a
one in
great way to
Vegas,
start
yeah.
it.
It's the premier desert race, kicks off the season. They have one every month all the way through December, so it's an entire season.
wow.
You can follow it. Some of the events are about endurance. Some of them are about precision. Some are about just standing face to face and being part of the public, so you can follow it. You can be part of it if you're into the desert racing.
Absolutely.
And if you're not into it at all, it's pretty fun to see the rivalry. You'll see the trash talk in between the services.
Oh God, yeah. No, I love your posts
stuff
on
like
social
that, so
media. Those are
absolutely.
fantastic. Like there's no pulled punches on that.
No, it's good. It's gonna be fun.
Okay. So yeah, like NASCAR, any kind of track racing, I've never been into it. The desert racing and stuff
Right.
like that, I could see me getting into that.
Yeah.
That's a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Where's a good place to go to get that kind of stuff?
Well, Vegas
look
has
at
got this. Where we're kicking it off, it's got quite the anything down in Moab. If
Yeah.
you want to do.
I mean, like
off-road,
if somebody wants to watch the stuff online.
yeah, no, I don't know the channel. I actually saw it. I was, not to put a plug for another bar, but I was over at the Point, and they said they play it on the wall a lot, or on the TV quite a bit. So I'm not sure what station that was, but there are quite a few out there that show the desert racing. So
That's really
the
cool.
Baja races are a series that are really entertaining because there's so much mechanics that goes into it. You break down out in the desert. You got to fix it out in the desert.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a hell of a haul.
Yeah, because I've seen some like Ultra 4 competitions.
Right.
And watching them just zoom across the desert,
Yeah.
you got the dust trail coming off of them,
Unbelievable.
different types of terrain and everything.
Yep.
It's awesome to
It's
watch.
rough. It's hard on the drivers and the passengers too, man.
Oh God, I can only imagine.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like on the endurance side of it. Those drivers are riding, driving for 4, 8. That's insane. That's
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of time.
and on a road or a track that's bad enough, but you're bouncing around in the desert,
Oh God, yeah.
Absolutely. Love it.
Yeah. So on February 14th, Valentine's Day, from 2 to 5, we're going to have the Green Beret Racing guys out here. And Nick promised me he's going to bring out 2 of the cars.
2 of the cars are going to be here. Drivers will be here. So we'll have
Thankfully, one of them's the Army car, because I was going to tell him, I was like, the brewery, we sponsored the Army car, and I was like, we got to at least have that car out here. You know, almost all of my employees are Army, so you know it'd be nice to be able to go out there. And that's going to be awesome. So we got a couple of spots picked out.
We want all the services to represent, come out here and be part of this and just be part of the community.
Oh, definitely.
It'd be a good time. It'd be a lot of fun.
I'm really excited to see the cars, because I remember when we went to that event where Nick asked you to step up and help here. That was the event where we got to see the car for the first time before the work was done on it.
Yeah.
And it was like, so now I'm really excited to see what they've done with the cars. You know,
it's going to be impressive. They put a lot of work into it, a lot of time. And we've had a lot of really great supporters here locally that have helped, give up time in the garage, give up mechanics, give up parts, all that kind of stuff. It's really awesome seeing it come together.
Oh, yeah. No, the level, and it's just like me and Renee talked about it. We went to that event. We were just looking around the room. I mean, there was like 100, 150 people in there. And I told Renee, I was like, which one do you think Nick is? And she kind of looked around. She was like, yep, that's got to be him.
Nick commands the room.
He stands out everywhere you go. Even when he's being quiet and he's just standing there, like you can just pick him out.
Yeah, Nick, the great American, he is.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Absolutely. Cheers to him. So, yeah. Well, thank you guys for having me on here. This is a great opportunity to come in here and reach a broader audience.
No,
and
absolutely.
Really this.
Yeah, any way we can help. I told him that too. I was like, we don't have a lot of money, but any way I can help push it out, or the event, or anything we can do throughout the year, we will push it out as much as possible.
It's going to be a good event too. It's on Valentine's Day, so bring your sweethearts, bring in here, because we're going to be.
We've got some great prizes coming up for that. The raffles,
some good raffle for that. We're going to have a steak dinner. I think you're.
Oh yeah, from 5 to 8, we're going to have our steak dinner that night. $25. T-bone steak, sous vide. We're getting all fancy, and then green beans and mashed potatoes with it. And then for dessert, we've got chocolate covered strawberries, and we're making it fancy.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
And the chocolate covered strawberries, I made this mistake last year. I was thinking, normal size. No, these things are the size of an apple.
Yeah, like literally, I could not believe when she brought them in how big they're.
Delicious.
Yeah,
It's some of the best strawberries I've ever eaten.
Right, and so that Valentine's Day dinner is $25. I mean, where else can you go get a full steak dinner and dessert for $25?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, so we're not going to make any money off of it. It's just for fun, and we'd love to do it. Because a lot of places fill up very fast with their reservations, and that week, a week or two out, they're already filled up. And here, as long as you RSVP, I'll cook for 100 if that many people RSVP. We have no limit on how many we'll serve.
There you go. You heard it, folks. You better come out here for it.
Right?
Oh yeah.
No, but this is going to be a great day. Having the cars out here and getting to meet some of these awesome people, and it's such an incredible program. I think I was 5 minutes in talking to Nick when I was like, "Yep, we'll sponsor you."
Nice.
It didn't matter. It just
it's a great organization. It's a great mission. Like what they do, and they're growing fast. Nick's really, that guy is the ultimate networker, and he's out there just grinding every day.
Every time we do the group call, it's just like, "Oh, I'm doing this and this and this and this. All right, what do you got on your end? What's this? What's it?" He is on it. Like this is a legit mission.
He's always been that way. He's like,
no, I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, doesn't remind me of anyone either.
Yeah.
So I come in on Wednesday, and he's downloading a full list of all the things that he's accomplished over since Sunday, and it's like, it's been 2 days. How has all of this happened in 2 days? In addition to what you text me about regularly,
I just
doesn't stop.
I can't help it. I mean, we're building a new section for the bar. I just stained it this morning. Got the biscuits and gravy ready, which we already ate, but I wanted to let everybody know, if you don't know, Sunday mornings we do brunch. Oh, here's a little bit of it that's still left. Mm-hmm. But we do a brunch special. There you go. So for $5, you get a full plate of biscuits and gravy with or without bacon. So if you don't like meat, you don't have to get it, but everybody else will give you 4 strips of bacon with it. And it's just $5. There's no taxes, service charges, credit card fees. Boom. $5 come in for brunch. Starts at 10 a.m. We go all the way till 2 p.m. And if you don't like any of that, you can also get tots or fries with gravy on top for $1 more.
Chicken tenders. I've thought about doing the chicken tenders.
Oh, chicken and gravy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could do that too. I mean, we got the little button for it. It's just $1 to add the gravy. So, actually, now I kind of want that for lunch. Damn you! God, this is why I can't lose weight. We keep coming up with new cool shit in the kitchen.
Awesome.
No, that's it. The secret to losing weight is to not try.
I mean, yeah, it worked.
I mean, it worked for me. This year alone, I think I'm down 30, 40 pounds.
Everybody who's ever worked at the brewery loses weight. And you can drink all day, eat all day. It's just the sheer amount of work we do here, everybody loses weight.
If you're hiring, let me know. That sounds all right.
So it's like a,
I mean,
a
can you
drink
cook?
fresh.
And I mean,
cook
lifting
pretty good,
kegs, shaking them. You get a workout.
Kegs are 165 pounds for the big ones.
At the
Small ones
very
are
least,
58.
you're on your feet for several hours, moving around at a time.
Oh yeah, I gave up.
That'll work, I believe.
I gave up on wearing a Fitbit because I was doing 30 to 40,000 steps a day. According to the Fitbit, I was burning like 3,800 calories a day. So it's like, how can you drink so much and you're still like? I've lost 80 pounds since I started the brewery,
Wow.
and it's like,
80
yeah.
pounds. I bet that feels great.
Oh yeah, no, it was amazing. Because I look back at the pictures from when I first started the brewery, and I'm like, oh dear God, it was bad.
Yeah.
So this place really did it for me. I mean, in a lot of ways, mentally, this has been a huge boost for me. That's why I tell especially veterans. Every Sunday, except for this Sunday, we do free brewing classes here. And any veteran that wants to come in, we'll take you through a whole brew day here, show you how the whole process works, have you help us out, and get involved. And like we do an internship here program here with the Fort Carson. So if you're getting ready to retire they do that internship program now, we do it here. We've had 3, and it's a 3-month program. We'll take you through the entire process, teach you everything, so you could literally walk into any other brewery and get a job.
No kidding. Wow. That's awesome.
So that's always here. So if anybody out there, if you're looking for something, you need to get out of your head, you want to be around other veterans and actually learn a skill, we do the brewing classes here every Sunday. You just walk in. There's no sign up. It doesn't cost you anything. Just walk in and we'll take you through a whole brew day.
Hang out with a bunch of irreverent, lovable idiots. I think that's a good way to describe us.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. So we will be releasing the red IPA for Remember Everybody Deployed on Valentine's Day, and $1 of every glass that day goes directly to the Green Beret Racing team. Yeah. Just another way we could help besides the regular sponsorship. We wanted to be able to start doing stuff here to help push you guys out. So that one's going to be a real good one. It's 100% Red X grain, which we didn't really care for, because supposedly it turns any beer red. That's why they call it Red X. Sure. And we tried it in a couple of our red ales, and it didn't work worth a damn. It's got a nice flavor, though. It tastes kind of like it's got a little bit of a biscuity flavor, a little bit like a toasted note. But on its own, it didn't really, it didn't do anything in the beers we already had designed. So we tried something from scratch, and we put 330 pounds of this grain by itself, nothing else in it, into a big IPA. So we're doing a double IPA. And then a ton of hops, mosaic, citrus. You're going to get a lot of fruit and stone fruit kind of flavors, like a nice big IPA should. And so that's the one we're making for this. So it should come out a nice, beautiful red color and nice toasted, a little bit of like a toffee kind of note, and then tons of hops. So it should be pretty popular, especially with our IPA fans. And it's just going to be perfect for this.
Yeah, man. Sounds like it.
You don't have any questions for a freaking special forces?
I was just getting into that. I was
I'm
waiting
done.
for you
All
to
right.
lose steam.
I will ramble
I was
all
going to
day.
ask.
There we go.
We've talked about the organization.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about you.
Sure.
Anything you want to share, like any cool stories from.
Well, yeah, we ask a lot of the veterans that, like,
Yeah.
what is your best and worst story?
Because put not too fine a point on it, I and to some extent him, we're kind of the military fanboys. We didn't serve, but admire the service, admire what everybody did in the service.
Pull 1 out of 20 years.
20 years, you should have one.
I usually ask about basic training, but 'cause that's a little bit more narrow.
Yeah, no. I had 20 great years. I don't regret a minute of it. I loved every minute of it. I had a charmed career. To pull out one story, most of the good stories come from my first trip to Iraq, which was 07, OIF 5. We were in northern Iraq, Beji, Iraq, north of Tikrit and Camp Spiker, on FOB Summerall, and we did a lot of missions. There was a lot of kinetic stuff going on at the time. One of them we had to do it during daytime hours, right? So there are 3 hawals in the downtown part of Beji that were suspected of counterfeiting U.S. dollars and financing terrorist activities, et cetera. So we partnered up with the Treasury Department, had a guy out there for us, and we actually had to hit these 3 hawals in the middle of the day, right? Which is not what you really wanted to
no.
do back at that time. It was all about owning the night. But that's when the perpetrators were supposed to be there. Evidence was supposed to be there. So it was a simultaneous hit near a pretty hot part of Beige that we didn't want to be in. Teams prior to us had been caught in RPG Alley in these bad places where they spent too much time on the X. So we wanted to be in and be out really quick. So we had air cover, we had all the things. The plan was we were splitting into 3 elements. We were going to hit each wall, which was within a block of each other. If you think. They weren't far away. And so we were in small units. We split up from when we hit the trucks. We had psychological operations vehicles with us that were putting out these awesome.
I love PsyOps guys. If you wanted to make contact, they were the dudes to roll with.
Right. So they were there speaking Arabic into loudspeakers and announcing to the public, because it was a market day. It was busy, and this was a legitimate operation going on. We had partner force with us. But it was really funny because in the planning, they talked about putting out these announcements, these speakers that we're going to be announcing this is a safe, legal operation. And I made the stupid comment. I was like, well, can you play AC/DC? And save that for a moment. So we roll up on the X, we set the cord on, the assault elements go in, and everybody's got a breach in charge because there's supposed to be a safe. Everybody's got flex cuffs because we're supposed to be able to pull the pucks off the objective, and we're all split and we're all moving. And I'm going down this alley with my senior medic Gus, and we hear the boom of the breaching charge on one of the other ones. Happens really quick. We hear a lot of talk and yelling as they're arresting somebody across the alley, which is in the other one. And I walk into this wall, and it's a small room. It's one desk and one safe. And on this desk, there's got to be 500 keys. My medic's got the door locked down, and I just start trying keys, and it's obvious it's not going to. This isn't going to work, man. So I slide all the keys off into my dump pouch, and I go up and I just rock this safe. It's probably, I don't know, let's say it's 5 feet tall by 2 feet wide. It's this old safe, and it moves. And I'm kind of a knuckle dragger, and I just looked at my medic, and I was like, it's coming with us. So, honest to God, dude, I'm sitting there, wiggling it out. And I drag it out into this alley, and down, I don't know, 25 meters at the end of this alley is the Humvee. And I got 2 guys pulling security, yelling at people. And I'm like, you hear this announcement going off, and it stops, and all of a sudden, back in black. I swear to God.
Yes.
AC/DC comes on. 3 of us are lifting the safe and dumping it into the back of a Humvee when they call, hey, we got to get off the X. I mean, the timing was unbelievable. We were there for 14 minutes. And just as we all pile in the truck, the show of force, the F-16 comes ripping down overhead, distracts everybody, and we drive home high-fiving, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the guys that blew the safe open on one objective had just destroyed it. I mean, it knocked a wall down. It was a bad scene. They didn't really come away with. No one was in there. They found the perp on the other objective, and they found about, if I remember correctly, $20,000-$30,000 worth of counterfeit cash. They got the guy cuffed. And we drug the safe back in the trunk of the Humvee, and we got the jaws of life. And we pried this thing open, all high-fiving, thinking we were badass operators. And inside, I'm not kidding you, was one cheap bottle of men's cologne.
That was
what we drug.
in the whole safe.
The whole safe out of there. And,
But I mean, who puts a bottle of cologne in this?
I didn't ask that question.
Damn.
That smells like a decoy to me.
How's that for a cool story?
That is
safe
hilarious.
was a decoy with a little fuck you in it.
Right.
Yep.
We had
That is fantastic. This is a legal and legitimate operation as a guy's dragging a safe down the road.
Really, perception was probably like, sure it is.
dude, that is fantastic.
Exactly. Right.
Okay, so I got 2 questions from that story that occurred to me.
Yep.
First off, the counterfeiting operation. I've never heard about that. Was that a common thing over there?
I guess so. I mean, we got kind of schooled up on it specifically for that mission. That was a very unique mission. There weren't any others like that. And I was new to the team, so I wasn't kind of with the guys that were doing putting the intelligence together and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
You knew where to be and what to do.
Yeah, for my part, and I was the JTAC, so I was controlling the air, and I was working the radios, and I was, so I had a different kind of niche.
Yeah.
To really remember, and shit, now it's like almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Which I just learned a little bit about JTEX within the past year or two, and that's a pretty cool job that not a lot of people talk about, in my opinion.
Yep.
I'm also a aviation nerd, so kind of ties in with that.
Yep.
But it being the guy responsible for however many aircraft are in the area, putting them on target, making sure they hit the right spot, that's dope.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. You know, I mean, it's you definitely, as the JTEC, I felt you always had the greatest situational awareness of the element on the ground, because you're just the focal point and the conduit that you were then spitting it out, you know, to then telling the team what was going on, and then just knowing that you were swinging the biggest stick out there if you had to. You know?
Yeah.
We all thought we were badass operators on the ground.
What's really cool about that is that's right in the middle of these two. So Renee was an air traffic controller, and Corey was a fister.
Okay.
So you're right in between there.
Yeah. So that was a cool part of the job for sure. I enjoyed it.
All right.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Random stupid question.
Yeah.
Biggest stack you were in control of?
I would say we did an operation in the Joff that we were on the ground for almost 48 hours, and we were only show in town at the time, and that's kind of like assets get allocated to what's going on. So the tier 1 guys always got priority, or if whatever mission had the priority, you would get assets. We were the only show in town that night, and so everybody just started showing up and checking in. I don't know. I mean, I had
all of them.
All of them. Just you know, and luckily, one of the fast mover pilots was FAC-A qualified, so I just let him control the stack, and so he did the admin, all the safety stuff and deconfliction, and I just
forward air control.
For the most part, from the airborne.
Gotcha.
So it was
I heard the acronym and I was like,
haven't thought of it for a while, but
that was one of the fun fights I was in 2004. We were on. At this point, it was like OAF 2 or 3. We were in Al Najaf, where a convoy had gotten hit, and we were the nearest one. So we got in there, secured them. One of their Humvees got blown up. A couple guys got messed up pretty bad, and we had to go in and secure that and defend them. Yeah. And so as soon as you said Najaf, I was like, oh God, I know where that one is. Yeah. It was a lot of like hotels and tall buildings in that area. Yeah.
It was. Yep. Good times.
Excuse me. I had a question about some of the Green Beret training.
Sure.
So, from what I understand, at least I don't know how long ago this started, but did you actually go to Nepal for some of your training?
I did not.
You did not? Okay.
I did not go to Nepal.
I know that started at some point. I only ask because I've been in Nepal too, and met some of the Gurkha soldiers there. Yeah. And they're pretty cool. Yeah, the Gurkhas are pretty intense.
Those guys are. And they're the ones who play with knives constantly. Like PT in the morning and all day long, they've always got their knife. It's that's a big part of that. Mm-hmm. The Gurkhas specifically, they're known for knife fighting.
Yeah, well, they earned that thing too. Yeah. So it's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they have to actually.
That's a rite of passage for them to be able to carry that. Yeah.
Yeah, I never made it to Nepal. That part of the world. So.
That's unfortunate. It's a very beautiful part of the world. Everyone's real nice. City's a bit hectic, but Kathmandu. Yeah. But out once you get into rural areas, first off, like as soon as you sit down anywhere, it doesn't matter even if it's someone's house. If you're just taking a break, they'll just bring you tea.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like this chai tea.
I do miss chai. Yeah. Oh my God, I love that shit. 120 degree. Well, I was one of those where I drink coffee all day, every day. I drink like 2 pots a day. And it was harder to find in Iraq, but I really enjoyed their chai. Like it would be 120, 130 degrees outside, and I'd still be sipping hot chai.
I don't think I've ever had chai tea.
That's one of the better ones for sure.
It's like a full teaspoon of sugar in a shot glass, and then the tea leaves right on there. Yeah. So the tea leaves will and when you get done drinking it, they'll be settled at the bottom.
Yeah.
See, Sterling's been introducing me to some of the fancier teas.
Well, I don't know if it's fancy. Everybody over there has it.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the caffeinated teas for sure.
I got to admit, though, that was one cool thing. You would take a house, and you got all these guys locked up while you're up on the rooftop or you're securing their house, and they'll still make you tea. Mm-hmm. Didn't matter.
It's culture.
It is.
So another one of the original questions I had with the operation you were talking about, with the psychological warfare guys blasting out, hey, this is a legitimate I understand the psychological effect of blasting out, back in blacks and 5-finger death punch to unsettle opposing forces. But to go out and even before the operation goes and say, hey, we're operating in this area, this is a legitimate operation, isn't that basically putting a neon sign over your head?
Well, yeah, but the idea is we're going to be in and out really quick, and this was during market time, and this was a busy market. So, I mean, we had to do something for crowd control.
Yeah, there is
Clear out civilians.
there's a point where the people that aren't bad guys will be, because if you just roll in, everybody's screaming, everybody's running, but if you give them a little bit of a heads up, because it's still quick, because I don't care who you are, it doesn't matter if Haji's just sitting there with his freaking tistasha and all that, whatever. Their robes and their flip-flops, still takes a minute to get your weapon, get everybody organized, and come after you.
Yeah, most of them just stood and watched.
Yeah.
They kind of backed out of the way, and there was
Yeah.
fear in their eyes, of course. But I think they'd seen that. They'd seen war for so long.
Yeah, that was rough. I mean, because
Okay,
we were
so
there
it's
from
more
03
of
to
reduce the number of non-combatants in the area, get them out of the way, so that if you've got somebody that's out in the open being sketchy, odds are he's somebody to watch.
We just tried to roll in so fast and
Yeah.
get off so fast that we didn't have time. I think it was a fifth group team had been there either the year before or prior to us that had spent a similar operation, if I remember correctly, and they had been on the X long enough for enemy to set up an ambush on their exfil, and they got hit pretty hard. So that was just part of the storyboards that we were reading and doing our own, like, what do we need to do? We need to get in.
I got to work with fifth group in 2004, the end of 2003, beginning of 2004 for a few months, because one of their guys had gone back and they needed security, so they sent over a squad of the guys, and then I was a sniper, so they grabbed me up to go do some of the stuff with them. Dude, that was the best time ever. I got a glimpse of the window of the life you lived, and going from standard military to that was like an eye-opener of what it could really be. I mean, these guys were cool, they were fun, but when it came time to do something, it was on. Yeah. They just you take all the dumb shit away from the military they have to do day to day, and they just did all the great stuff. And it was.
It might have looked that way. We had some dumb shit too.
Well, yeah. Well, no, they had a little game back at the house they had taken over in a little compound. It was actually Uday's Love Palace.
Yep.
That's where they were based out of. And so when they weren't on mission, these guys were goofballs. But when it came time to roll, I mean, there was nobody. I'd never seen anything on that level before. Yeah. Like you see movies and shit, but actually being there and working with them it's amazing what happens when you take away all the dumb shit from the military.
Sure.
And there was a cook there. That dude, I'd met him twice on 2 different deployments, and they had fenced him in, and they kept him for 6 years as the cook for the unit.
Yeah.
And he was just a cook, but had been to Airborne, Air Assault, Ranger, Pathfinder. They every time there was downtime, they just
he
sent
was a
him to
good
schools.
cook and they didn't want to lose him.
Well, yeah, no, the dude was awesome, and they would take
that
him
was
out.
his MOS.
Yeah.
He might have done cooking, but I mean, when those guys get attached to the teams, I mean, they kind of absorbed. I mean,
Oh,
they
yeah?
get part of the defense plan.
And he was a really cool dude, but we used to
yeah.
joke about that. He was stuck with them, they kept him.
Yeah, good guys
So-
are good guys, right?
Yeah.
So
This is a point I've made a couple times over the past week or two, and I'd be willing to bet you've seen it too. How you just said, I was just normal Army.
Yeah.
You were a sniper.
Yeah, but I mean
That's I mean, it might not be another tier group, but that's special. And I've noticed.
It was unless you're in the rear.
You've kind of played down to some of the stuff you did. The people in the military that have done the coolest stuff think the least of what they did, or bad phrasing. They don't think what they did was cool.
It is, but it's a difference. I talk more than most, but in general, the people with the loudest mouth did the least shit.
Yeah.
It's more of just being overly humble.
I've never met a group person just come out and be like, except for the ones that write books. All the rest of them are like, yeah, I did some stuff, but that was just the job. Those are the coolest, quietest dudes.
I'm phrasing this poorly.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like somebody will sit there and tell a story that's like, metal worthy, and they'll just, it was just another.
Oh yeah, we've had some of those old cats, and we had that dude come in here from Vietnam that was 90, or Biff, the guy who owns Smiling Toad. Nobody in this town knows except for 3 people. When he left and he moved to Arizona, he closed the brewery, came in here one last time before he headed home to Arizona, and he brought in, and we had a crazy night, and I've never told this story. He came in with his, it was, I think it was a Silver Star, his award. He brought in the paperwork for it and had me read it. That dude was in Vietnam. He was part of a mortar platoon, and the mortar platoon got ambushed. And he stayed and fought and threw grenades and actually charged through the ambush so his mortar platoon could fall back and get out of there. He stayed, and I think it was like he killed like 17 guys and charged through an ambush and ended up breaking up the ambush. So his platoon, so his squad, well, the mortar team, it was like 8 guys or something like that, could get out of there. And I'm reading through this and I'm tingling trying to read this guy's award. Nobody knew. All the time he owned the brewery, all the people in town who knew him, like 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, look
And
at, was it Busta's grandfather?
Yeah.
After he passed, they were going through some of his stuff, and they found out he was like super secret squirrel in World War II.
Yeah. No, they found like he worked with a lot of the Black Ops programs,
The
CIA.
OSS.
Yeah, all this crazy stuff that nobody knew about. Guys like that, they don't.
Yeah.
You don't talk about it. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's just I'm saying the way I'm saying it is some of the people that I'll sit there be talking to them and they'll tell a story and it's just and my eyes will light up and my jaw will hit because it's one of the most awesome things I've ever heard and they're just like, that nothing.
It's a day at the office.
I'm like,
Glad to have made it through.
Yeah, right. Most of the time, that's the biggest thing I hear is just, I'm glad we all came back.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think the I understand a lot of stories hurt. But the ones you do tell, I think it is perfectly acceptable for you to for you to be like, that was a badass moment in history that I was a part of.
Right.
And I think that would help if it was seen more as like you did an amazing thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just it. Most of the people that were there and that did it, that's it. That's like where it stops,
No.
I think if I'd have stayed in touch more with my spotter, we've kind of fallen off over the years, but we still, like once a year, we'll get in touch. And I think if I'd have stayed more in touch with him, then maybe I'd have talked about it more. But it's like, it's hard to put a story together with somebody that hasn't been there. It's difficult to try to explain to somebody without you don't understand the nuance behind the story to really impact how the story is. For me, it's like I'll gloss over a lot of the stuff I did. Was just like here in a few weeks, we're going to have John Tig on, the guy who's running for mayor in our town. He's the hero of Benghazi. But the biggest thing was he did a couple of podcasts months ago, and then when I reached out to him, he was like, I don't really want to. And I started talking to him more about it, and it's because that's all anybody wants to talk to him about. They want him to relive that story over and over, and I'm like, you don't want to. So I told him, I said, dude, when you come in here, it's going to be like all of our podcasts. We're going to keep it light and easy. You were in the military, great. I'm not going to dig into this, but everybody who talks to him, that's all they want to hear about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because they made a movie about it. There's a book about it.
That's why I try to phrase it like I do. What do you think your coolest story is? I don't want to hear about that time, I don't want you to have to relive that time.
Yeah.
You lost your best friend. I want to hear about that time where you sat there after something happened and was like, this is why I joined. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I want to hear. Get the good times out there. Remember the good times.
Well, that's why I like talking about, like, one of my favorite stories, like me and my spotter just came off like a 46-hour, 48-hour mission, and we're walking to the showers, and an RPG round skips off the ground in front of us and smacks into a wall, and they hadn't pulled the arming pin. So we're bath towels and flip-flops, and a round pings off the ground and smacks into a wall, and we're just like, okay. Keep going to the shower.
This is why I continue hanging out with Steve. In 10 years, I've heard all kinds of stories. I will never say I've heard all of your stories because that's a new one.
Yeah.
You haven't told me about that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and RPGs are friendly.
Yeah. I've heard a couple of stories about you and RPGs.
I had one where we had just dismounted out of the back of a Bradley. An RPG round hit my duffel bag and didn't go off and just burned and melted my whole freaking duffel bag. I had one where an RPG round ricocheted off my side plate and went into a wall and didn't go. Like, nobody shooting at me ever pulled the arming pin. I think
that's God.
Right? Dude, just a crazy number for me of RPG rounds.
Yeah.
It's just like, I've had so many RPG rounds fired at me and none of them ever blew up. I don't know what it is. I'll take it. But it was.
Yeah.
Amen. That's crazy.
I thank you for the incompetency of our enemy forces.
Yeah, they have a say. Man.
Yeah. The scary ones were those new ones that were coming out as I was finishing up my time in the military was the RPG 7s that were supposed to be able to go right through the reactive armor.
Yep.
And thankfully I was leaving as those were coming on board in Iraq. So I never got to see any of those. But like the RPG 5s and 6s or whatever version it was before then, nobody pulled the arming pins. Like they just missed that class on, ARM.
Yeah, it's amazing when you've done the GWAT for 20 years and you watch the advancement of weaponry.
Yeah. When they started doing the copper IEDs, they would fold right through a vehicle, and that was scary. When they talk about all the new kinds and the new stuff that they came out with, and like when we started getting the rhinos, and then they started giving us the what was the radio one?
Warlock.
The Warlock system, all these different. Wait a minute, in Warlock what was the gun nest called that they started putting on top of
system?
The Crow system. Okay, so yeah, it would be that one. Like the evolution of the combat, how quickly it evolved.
Now it's drones.
Every time we came out with something, now it's drones, which is crazy because now it's not. You're not fighting somebody. A little toy is flying at you.
It's the way I've heard it from most of the GWAT vets. It's great, now the IEDs can fly.
Yeah, man.
And you just you look at the evolution of warfare. There's one thing, and I saw it the other day, and as somebody famous said, there is nothing humanity is greater at than finding ways to kill each other. Mm-hmm. We are constantly.
We should fix that.
Yeah,
that's it. One of my favorite trends on social media now is the basically humans are space orcs. Like
what?
Wait, are we the baddies?
If you think about our planet and how many things on our planet can kill us so easily, it's theoretical. Writers and everything will come up with theoretical. Aliens come in and they're trying to take over, and they realize, humans are insane. All they do is try to kill each other. So they're not advanced technologically, but they know how to mess shit up.
Yeah,
and so it just goes into humans are space orcs.
Okay, I was gonna say we have.
It's hilarious.
We have a mental drive in us that has led every great evolution of our species, and it's all evolved around killing each other.
Yeah.
Our best medical advances, our best technological advances, weapon systems, power, everything we do. Yeah. This starts with, would this kill somebody? Okay, let's make it better. Yeah. And then they find, besides killing people, it also does all these cool things. So every great evolution of our society, even,
And some of them go into improvisation. It's humanity's become, basically a merchant civilization and diplomats. But then somebody attacks Earth and all of a sudden all the merchant ships and diplomatic ships disappear. And then they're a fleet.
Yeah.
And they just wipe out a species. And it's you don't go to war with humans.
So this is a great way to bring it all back to, this is why programs like Green Beret Racing are so amazing, because most of us have these issues, and finding another outlet for it is absolutely fantastic. And I am super excited to see these cars in our parking lot. That's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's going to be a cool party.
Yeah. So we're going to have a great day with this, and people come out, help them, support them, even just what we're doing on our scale right here today, broadcasting out that this program exists and helping it grow and helping it become more. I would love to see, this program just grow and grow and grow and be able to expand and keep going. And I think it's a fantastic. Every step of this is absolutely fantastic. Just getting to meet you guys, seeing the cars, seeing how quickly this has grown, and hopefully continue to push it out. The Battle of the Branches, and I love the fact that it's not PC friendly. Yeah, we're talking shit about every branch. Absolutely. Because there is nothing better than all of us sitting here talking crap about each other. But from the outside, it looks crazy, but from the inside, it's love. Yep. It really is.
From the outside, these guys hate each other. But if anybody from the outside talks shit,
Yeah.
they're going to get hit.
Yeah, but I mean that's the best thing. I mean, because that's how you know when somebody liked you. You know, if somebody was nice to you all the time, they'd be like, "What did I do wrong? What's going on here?" You know. So this is going to be really awesome. So February 14th from 2 to 5, we'll have Green Beret Racing here. I will have Nick on the podcast that morning before the show starts. Yep. So this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Come out here, check out the cars, check out these guys, and just have a great day, you know, and this is going to be absolutely amazing. So, Brett, thank you very much for coming in here. I really appreciate this, especially early on a Sunday morning. So, this is a special one-off episode, and we really appreciate you. We look forward to seeing what you guys come up with next. And don't just do it.
I could do it.
Awesome.